And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
We got this. Okay. 52, right. All right. Okay. Let's go, D. Let's go.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shadow! Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. When he hits, you go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check.
And some room to work.
Jesus
able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Quick pass out to Miller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is Logan.
Come on, man. Jesus.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Twist. He's coming. He's 72. We got double up. Shoot!
They run with a former Eagle and Dolphin, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cardinals' 6-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Now it's a Johnny. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That's what I'm talking about.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
58's the mic.
Go.
Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the
Lead gripper. Lead gripper.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's check it.
Now this time, Brady will throw.
What the
quarterback
fuck,
caught.
man?
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
That keeps the score. Buccaneers 7, Cardinals 6.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand in first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right
so
tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget
it.
about the guys
He's
you always
just
tell me on the
killing me on the
backside
ground.
sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Shift.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass
Really?
option.
Come
He
on,
completes
man.
this into the hands of Miller.
How fast are
After
some of these
one, a
motherfuckers, man?
one-point game, 7-6.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Wait, that's 380.
Mike, 58, right there. Target. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
This is a Ajayi. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double dog, that's the way.
Hey, check 23, Linda.
Alert flare. Run!
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Wait, 20.
58's the mic. You go night. Time to go night. Jam. Watch safety creeping.
Second. Sugar.
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
Come on,
And
man.
he'll be brought down at the
Jesus.
27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
53.
58's the mic. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Watch twist. Rip.
Check. He's checking.
Here's Ajayi.
Watch the eye.
Can someone just
This will be
fucking...
stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
There's nothing... If I don't play that, it's a fucking touchdown. I have to run out there and play
We're
it.
seeing an offensive
And
line
I-
and running game
so
imposing its will.
God damn.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Alabama.
Mike's 57's Mike. He can't.
Hey, Haywood.
He's not gonna get me.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
It's our field. It's our field.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
All day, just like that.
Completes it to Ajayi. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Wait, that 53. Alert!
Hey, switch gears.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Charlie. 319.
From the gun, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
He'll find Miller. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check it, reload.
36.
Check, hey, 66.
Run!
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They come up in an offset eye.
Run it! Safe. Check.
Gold 50. 72.
Here's Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gay's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Bro,
here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Watch tight end.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done.
Yeah, baby.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Murray going to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. The young Buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th. And on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep rip. Hey, wahoo!
Mike. Yeah. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
72.
Here's Brady to throw. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. I'm coming.
Shadow.
Brady. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
On the throwaway. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Hey, check it.
Watch the ship. Hey,
Alpha.
To throw again, Brady. He completes it to
Really?
Evans.
Oh my
He will
God.
go
Fuck
out
you,
right
man.
near the 35-yard
Whatever.
line. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of
Fucking
12
dumb.
yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize
Come on.
begin the half. What do they have dialed
I'm
up?
fucking
And
done.
he's got
Whatever.
daylight. It's a foot
Enjoy your game.
race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Mike, 45.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's got it to Williams. Williams loses the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now Murray. Well, this is caught by Williams.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let him know.
They'll run with Drake, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Murray on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 30. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Down. 40 to Pittsburgh. Check. 45 to Mike. West.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
45 Mike. Check the outs. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Sponge. Sponge. No. Try it. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it will tie things at 20 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Wait, 20.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Shift.
Running right, Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just check it.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
22,
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Murray now on 1st down. Finds the open target, Arnold. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
To throw, it's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A give running right, Drake. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You've got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Under crunch. 72. Wide, get wide. 50.
Quick pass out to Miller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They run with Ajayi, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Rush in.
Hey, Alabama.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
Bang. Switch.
The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This complete to Jones. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check Mike 57. Hey, check it.
Working from the gun, it's Brady.
You ain't going nowhere.
It's caught, it's Miller. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Don't get nervous.
Check 26.
Watch that. Check 9. Hey, gold 66. Check 13. Hey, seam 6. Go bandit.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you
I
back.
can't believe they let you play.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Kill. Alert. Check 37. Alert.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Switch it.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
I'm going to hit you.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Alert.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back, complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Nice hit, boy.
Loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Hey, Chris don't travel.
24. Check 24.
Alert. Check it.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. It's caught. Jones. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Keep it up.
Easy.
Alert, flare.
Ozzy.
Jim. Watch safety creep.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Hey, exit.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Let's go up. No, 66.
Back to throw, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Watch twist.
72. Bravo.
57's the mic.
To throw is Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think that pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
First down, Cardinals.
Here we go. 70 ending. Check. 45 the mic. Come on, baby. What you got?
Here's Murray from midfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he whips that one incomplete there. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here.
Let's go, let's go! Return. The Bucks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Switch, switch, switch. 36, 36. Check the backer, check the backer.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10. Down at the 31.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Watch the safety creep. Sugar.
On the carry, it's Logan. He winds up getting only a couple there. Down to the 29.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 29-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Kill, kill, kill. Let's go on. No, 60.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Yeah.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. First throw of overtime for Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Take over first and 10.
go, boys. Bring it on.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Here's Murray. And he hits Drake. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, Murray. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. There was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Bucks, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to